Oh, can you hear me okay? Hey, Karen. Hello, hello. Let me see. Can you hear me okay? Oh, good. Okay. Oh, it's like I have five maybe watching. I don't know. Hard to tell. It's been so long since I've done one of these videos. So, well, we'll give everyone a few minutes to join. I know it's been a long time since I've done one of these. Lot has been going on this year. I caught COVID twice, once in March and then again in July. Fun stuff. And then I adopted a puppy. For those that aren't aware, and she's an Australian Shepherd, so they have a lot of energy. She's 12 weeks right now, so it's. I don't regret it at all, but it's always a lot of work, and you always forget how much work it is. Um, but I'm actually just cutting out some pieces here to prepare us. But hey, Lori. So this is the card we're going to be making today. Hopefully, it looks like it's having a little trouble focusing there. I just finished this today. Um, I thought, oh, you know what? I keep putting off. Thank you. I keep putting off making a video. I'm just going to go ahead and do it today. So um, this is from the new mini catalog. I mean, looking for a copy of the mini catalog. Sorry about that. So this is the new fall winter. I still call it the holiday mini catalog, but then that is launching next week. I want to say like September. What is that? September 3rd, I want to say. So yeah, next week. Very exciting. So I can't show you the inside of it, but I can show you the outside. A lot of you gals that are already my customers should have actually already received your copy, hopefully, if not very soon. But there's a lot of, if you're a Christmassy person, you're going to love it. There's a lot of Christmas stuff in there. I love fall though as well, and Halloween. There's not a ton of fall and Halloween. Sorry, there's a reflection there. But hey, Nikki. So that was a little disappointing to me, but Stampin' Up! Has said that they're going to be releasing some more fall Halloween stuff online instead of in the catalog. So we'll see. And I think some of it's already released, by the way. So if you go online, you can check that out. They're going to be releasing more, even more next month. So we'll see, including some scrapbooking items, I'm told. So that's exciting for you scrapbookers out there. Anyway, I'm going to turn my camera, hopefully. Hopefully you can see that. Try to position it. Wow, okay. Here we go. Oh, it wants to turn on me. Tighten it up there. Come on. People are probably getting dizzy here. I'll move this over. Sometimes I think I should just use my phone, but then how's that? Oh my gosh. Let's stay. Oh. I might have to just hold it. This is the card we'll be making today. I've done a lot of stuff up front, so you don't have to hopefully watch me cut and die cut and a bunch of stuff. But I'll share with you it is not going to stay. People are going to get dizzy. All right. I used quite a few stamp sets to make this card and die sets, but this is Autumn Expressions is one of them. Mainly I used the Grateful for You on the inside, and it has some really pretty leaf die cuts that I was able to use to make these leaves. And the main stamp set is Light the Year. And I thought that was beautiful. I think it's mainly for Christmas, but don't see why you can't use it for fall. I also used Encircled in Nature, and that's an online actually release. So you won't find this in the catalog technically, but it's available online right as we speak. Mainly I used die cuts from this one. This is really, really cool. I also used, for the front sentiment, I used a stamp set called Wonderful Thoughts. And what I love about this one is it actually has dies that cut out the sentiments directly. Like I have here, which I thought was really cool. I love that. So I didn't want the sentiment on the front to take up the whole, too much of the card. So there's kind of a reflection here. Hard to. I have to get my camera fixed. There we go. We'll get it. We'll get it. And lastly, I used Changing Leaves. So this one is also available online as we speak already. That was separately released. There's an awesome embossing folder that also die cuts out these little leaves. And I used that for the background there. It might be kind of hard to see. And very vanilla. But I'll go over real quick the cardstock that I use. So for the base, I have this is basic beige. And I cut that 11 by 4 1/4, scored it in half at 5 1/2. And I did a lot of layers with this one. It's probably a card that Has the most layers I've ever used. Early espresso is the first layer, and that just gives us 1/8 of an inch there. So I'll publish all the sizes in my, actually I'll have a blog post about this card, and I'll share all the, if I can hold this right. It's always something. There we go. So this one, to give you an 1/8 border, I think I cut that. Let me grab the instructions here. Wow. It just, I don't know what it's doing. Okay. So the early espresso is cut to 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So that's our first layer. And then our next layer is the gold foil cardstock. And that also is just cut to for 1/8 border. And I cut that to 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then the very vanilla piece that goes on the inside here, I cut it just big enough so that it didn't need to cover the whole card. I just wanted it big enough so that, you know, it would show through that arch. Here we go. Maybe. Let me get this cord out of the way. You can tell I don't do a lot of these videos. There, maybe. I cut that 3 inches by 5 inches, and then embossed it with the Changing Leaves embossing folder. And that's this guy right here. Beautiful. It's beautiful. So I have actually a card already somewhat assembled, so we can skip ahead here. I'm still trying to fix my camera. It'll stay there. Wow. Okay. And then our last layer. Oh my gosh. Hey, Mimi. Is I used a DSP, Designer Series paper, and that is in Country Woods. And again, that also just gives you an 1/8 inch border. So that was cut to 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And then I just die cut an arch. I have a nesting die set arch. It's not Stampin' Up technically, but you know, you can get them through a lot of different. I will have a link to share. Just get the cord out of my view. That would be great. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, that's not going to happen, is it? Okay. Well. Trying. There. Okay. Maybe. Maybe. Then the computer's in your way, which is great. Okay. Well, let me show you the card then. It has all those layers glued together. So here's a card with all those layers glued together. I'm just going to score that and fold that so you can see. Hopefully you can see that okay. Yeah. And then I'm just going to get some dimensionals and pop that up on there. So, okay. There goes my computer again. Oh my gosh. Okay. I could just get dimensionals to put on here. You're going to need quite a few of them. Oh. So what's everybody up to this Sunday? It's starting to finally cool off up here. Ooh. All right. Don't poke yourself. Go. Try to get some. Use your pick tool there to just pick off the back. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I think I may just have to redo this video altogether. I apologize, ladies. Okay, then this will go very carefully. You want a little of that gold to show. Perfect. Foam tape. Yeah, that could make it a little quicker. True. I don't know if I have some of them, to be honest. Yeah, that's a good idea, Nikki. Okay, and then from the Light Your Year, I already stamped and die cut a lot of my pieces here, so you wouldn't have to wait. But I used window sheets or acetate, and in order for it to, you can't just use regular ink. Well, you could use, but definitely StazOn will work, or a pigment ink. But even with StazOn pigment ink, I still had to take my heat gun to dry it for a little bit in order to work with it quickly. Was the only thing. So I just, before I do that, actually, I'm going to take a little blending brush. And I'm going to take some Lemon Lolly. That's our lightest yellow color there. The mini blending brush, and just lightly give it so that the candles have some glow in the background. Just a little. Yeah, cool. Okay. And so with these, oh, and the StazOn ink I used is, I think it's called Saddle, the brown. So since these are clear, what actually I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I've already die cut the little candles, little candles with little flames. Die cut those out. And I stamped these, by the way, in crushed curry. And so I'm going to glue these on the back of these clear die cut pieces, the fronts of them, so they show through. So take, oh, come on. There we go. I love this. This is that My Sweet Petunia glue gun. Let's take a little glue. We're going to glue, just kind of reverse gluing. It'll dry clear, so I'm not worried about it. I did this with that one, so it'll be good. I'll take our other candle. Do the same thing, glue the front. There we go. Okay. And there's our little candle. Pretty cool. And then I'm just going to glue both of these guys right about here. And I find with this, I like the Barely Art glue. I find it glues just about acetate, whatever, down really well and dries clear. So tuck him down there. Go the back of him. All right, next time. Okay. Actually, I kind of overlapped them actually a little bit, but sit down. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to grab some of my leaves here again, the leaves come from different set. Some of them, like this one here that I cut out of Early Espresso. This is from Encircled in Nature. And then some of the leaves also come from this set, Autumn Expressions. So even though you only see one stamp there, it actually has a bunch of different really cool dies that can make like a little hanging picture or a jewelry box kind of a look. But they actually have a number of them that cut out these cool leaves. Where do you get the glue and the glue? Oh, the glue gun? Yeah, I'll share a link in that. That's from My Sweet Petunia. It's the same people that make the Misty. And so it comes with a tube of glue already filled, Nouveau glue, which I really like. And then it also comes with a empty bottle, so you can fill that bottle with whatever glue you like. So I think that's pretty cool. You just squeeze it, and it also has a little stand that it rests on, so that I actually leave it like that overnight, and I don't have any issues. So there'll be a little bit of glue that's hardened that I'll just have to pull off, and the little cap, even there's a spot for the cap to go on. I love it. At first I wasn't sure I liked it because I thought, oh, it takes up too much room. But I'm really, really digging it because I already have that fun arthritis stuff. So, you know how that goes. So let me grab some of the other leaves here. Well, before I pull out the pre-cut leaves, I'll show you how I made this paper. So this is really fun. So these Stampin' Up! Makes these little mini misters. They come 2 to a pack, And you fill it with, I put about 10 to 12 drops of ink, and then I filled the rest with isopropyl alcohol. Or you could use water. A lot of people use water. I like the alcohol because it dries really quickly. And it almost kind of fades the color a little bit. So I don't know. I just really like that stuff. I actually just filled a whole bunch of them yesterday with different colors. So let me show you how I make that paper that the leaves are out of. It gives it that cool kind of grungy look to them. I like that. So I took a couple of pieces of very vanilla. And this can get a little messy, so I'm going to move some stuff out of the way. And one piece I sprayed on, you always want to make sure you shake these up before you use them real good. Blackberry Bliss. I'm just going to and then I used, let's see, crushed curry. I actually did crushed curry on both of them. And you can kind of squeeze it just gently to get like droplets if you want, or you can squeeze it harder to make more of a spray effect. And of course, if you hold your hand higher, it'll disperse it more lightly on there, but it's pretty cool. And then I used Mossy Meadow on this one. These make great fall leaf cards. I'm going to put a little more yellow on that one. Crushed curry, sorry. Yeah. You can keep going, you can keep layering it up to make it more intense. So, and on the purplish one, I did also Cajun Craze, because that is my favorite fall color, I must say, to use. So where's my Cajun Craze? Hold on. There's cherry cobbler. Oh, here's Cajun Craze. I really like that. That's cool. That's cool. So that is how I did the paper. The paper will bow a little bit because it's not watercolor cardstock, but that's okay because we're going to die cut the leaves out of these. So they also make a really cool background too, and quick and easy to do. So I thought those were really cool. Put this away. Clean my space up here. There we go. Yeah, there we are. Okay, and here I have a piece already done that I started die cutting. So you can see this is from the Autumn Expression set. This one is actually from that other set. I know, I use a lot of different sets. Because they didn't release a lot of autumn stuff this time. But anyway, so that, let's see how that, isn't that cool? And this one we did. Okay, cool. And then let me get my green piece out, and I'm going to cut a couple of these out from the green. Or actually, yeah, maybe. So just a second. One more die cut. I'm almost there. Thought I was prepared. I kind of almost wish I could hear you guys too, because I'm used to being on video calls. It doesn't bother me. There we go. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Sorry about that. Okay. I did a bunch of die cutting. But this is also from the Encircled Nature. Isn't that cool? And I cut that out of early espresso as well. And then the piece we just sprayed, the green, the mossy meadow, and the crushed curry. Got some of those leaves out of there too. Those came out so pretty. There we go. Cool. And what I love die cutting about is you get the variations. Say you want a piece with a little more yellow or a piece with a little more green. You can do that. And you can cut this like 20 times and get all those variations. And I think that's just so cool. I mean, this is even, you could use this practically on a card. Let me get that piece we started. I'm looking. Oh, nails are pretty, but they sure make crafting a pain in the butt. I lost my card example. It's probably right in front of me. Should be that. Spend half your time looking for stuff. Oh, there it is. There it is. Let's see my example. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so I glued one of these guys. And if it ever gets plugged up on you, usually I can just grab a little glue. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I'm just going to stick these kind of like that behind. And grab silicone. Even green one. Oops, I'm not in the camera, sorry. Just a little bit. No. Put that one right here. Oop, come on. Doesn't glue on my fingers first. Glue another piece on the other side. Maybe I'll put that one down there like that. I think I'll do. Let's kind of tuck it. Don't have to worry about too perfect about this layer yet because we're going to have that branch, and I'll show you what I did for the branch. So I took this and I cut it up. Let's see. Let's cut it in half. So that. And I stuck kind of a wreath kind of looking thing. There we go, like that. Cool. And, oh, not in the picture. By the glue here. Just little bits. And I'll get it on my finger still. That's okay. Don't worry. Go. On the other side. Like so. Okay. I'll put another chunky leaf on there before I put my final. Cool. And then we'll add this to the top. I know it seems like a lot, but it looks so cool. Another. This one kind of broke apart on me, but that's okay. I can glue it on. This card is kind of meant to be a little messy. And I was telling a lot of you that had enjoyed in the beginning that, you know, apologizing for not creating videos for months here. Life's been kind of crazy. I caught COVID twice and adopted a new puppy, and so it's just been a little busy. There we go. Really digging that. I love that. Okay, and I also took a string from, this is a mess. This is Cajun Craze. It's a linen thread. It actually comes in a 3-pack, so there's three different colors that come in this set. I thought that was pretty cool. And I just tied it into a bow. And I'm going to glue that on top of there. Because our sentiment's going to go smack in the middle, so I'm not worrying too much about how the bow looks. Okay. And here's the sentiment. You are much appreciated. Again, that comes from the Wonderful Thoughts stamp set. And the bundle comes with dies that cut the wording right out for you, so you don't have to fussy cut. And I think that's awesome. I love that. I mean, you could just do a straight, simple cut too. But I don't know. I like these sentiments that are cut out like that. Fancy cut, fussy cut. Of course, my tape's sticking to the wood. There we go. And I'm going to take the mini dimensionals on the back of this and pop that up on here. See, this didn't take that long. Of course, I did a lot of cutting and prepping up front, so. I would say that this card could take you probably a couple hours from scratch. Oh, come on. If you're slow like me. I could have made that bow a little bit bigger, but that's okay. You get the idea. I just wanted it kind of sticking out. Go. Cool. Put it on straight. Yeah, that's cool. And last but not least on the front. Now, I don't have Stampin' Up. Oh, thanks, Mimi. They're called enamel. I want to say enamel dots. They have them, they're in metallic colors, and then they have them in a white and a black set. Because I have a ton of these Nuvo crystal drops already. I think you get the idea. It's the same thing. So I'm using Copper Penny from Nuvo just to lightly embellish, give these some bling. Oop. Just a little something, like kind of like the bolts. This would be really, I mean, just the way we did it for Christmas, I think this would be beautiful. With, you could do holly leaves and the berries with red drops. Oh, that would be really pretty. Yeah. Cool. And then for the inside, let's show you what I did here. This is what I did for the inside. And this comes from, say it again, Autumn Expressions stamp. And so I already have my Misty set here. Get some stuff out of the way. And I have a piece of Very Vanilla cut to 4 and 5 1/4. This is again for the inside. So I'm just going to place that in there and stamp this in Early Espresso. So give that a little, got my Stampin' bug here. Sorry, there's a lot of glare there. There we go. Pretty. I like to stamp a lot on the inside so I don't have to write so much, on the inside manually, if you know what I mean. I'm not extremely poetic. So, and what I did to color the leaf is I took, this is crushed curry and then Cajun Craze. And I have these cute little mini blending brushes. They're from Waffle Flower. I'll put a link to these in the description, to my blog post. So first I'm going to take the yellow, the crushed curry, and I'm just going to start from the center and work my way out. I wanted it a little, this card is meant to be, a little distressed looking, so I wanted it to kind of go on the outside like that a bit. I didn't want it perfect looking. Did the same with the Cajun Craze. I can just work my way out in a circle. It's like a makeup brush, And back with the yellow a little bit. And there, that's the inside. Keep it simple, for the inside, so we don't, yeah. Go. And I'm gonna glue just from my tape runner here. Normally I would allow this to dry a little bit more before I tape this on, but I wanted to just show you. I actually did pretty good. So I'll just tape that on the inside. There we go. Beautiful. I love this. I love fall stuff. I'm ready for fall. Love it. Thank you. Thanks, Karen. Thanks, Mimi. Okay, oh, the paper that I used is called, hold on. The pattern paper is called, that actually came out earlier this year. Country Woods. Thank you. So, yeah. And, before putting this in an envelope and mailing it away, you'll want to let these enamel drops dry. I would let them, well, usually I give it overnight before I put it away like that. But you probably safely in an hour or two, they should be hardened by then. You take your heat gun to it, but it might actually cause it to melt and flatten, and we don't want to do that. We want them to stay like little jewels. Love it. Thank you. Thanks, Lori. So that was what I wanted to show you today. I hope to make a video maybe again next week. Well, let's see. Actually, so for those of you that are in Overguard, I'm planning on having a class from our mini on Saturday. I want to say Saturday, September. What day is that? September 7th? Yes, on the 7th. So if you're going to be here, it's going to be at my home, and we'll do some fun Halloween and Christmas stuff. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's been a number of months since I got a class too. So thank you everyone for joining. Again, I'll publish this with instructions and lists of everything and links on a blog post, and I'll update the YouTube video description with the link to that. So hope you ladies all have a wonderful rest of your Sunday and evening, and stay cool. Thank you.